David, investigators are really taking their time to make sure no stone is unturned in this case.
Yeah, and along those lines, Dawn, there is no doubt that this scene is not going to change for days, weeks, maybe even months here. Certainly they're going to effort the cleanup of that crash site, but getting 21 open, that's going to take some time. MPs keeping us even farther away from the crash site than they did just yesterday. As you know, the 9 members now of that crew on board that ill-fated C-130 have been identified, their families notified, and of course, the military now has possession of that critical piece of video shot by a local business here that actually shows that aircraft diving and then hitting the ground. And there is no doubt that footage will go a long way when it comes to the military investigation. However, do not let the age of this plane fool you. It's true that the Puerto Rican Air National Guard's fleet of C-130s is the oldest in the nation, and it's true that this particular WC-130 was on its way to Tucson's boneyard to be used for scrap. So to call the nation's fleet of C-130s old is accurate. To call them less than airworthy would be an insult to guys like Rogers. And John Rogers telling me today that there probably isn't a single cable on that plane that hasn't been replaced once, twice, maybe 3 times during its life of service. An Air Force team now has sole possession of this investigation at this site along Highway 21, and they are, of course, now combing through whatever evidence they can find to determine exactly what brought that C-130 down. Sean Evans is just 100 yards from that crash site right now. He joins us live with the latest on that investigation.
David, the Vice Wing Commander for the 165th Airlift Wing here in Savannah, reporting live in Port Wentworth. Sean Evans, WTOC News.
Sean, appreciate that update. Once again, all 9 of the service members killed in this crash have been identified. Our Elizabeth Rollins is putting names to that number and has been investigating all day long exactly who these individuals were. She's joining us now from the live desk.
Yeah, David, family members now have been notified, so they are able to release the names of all 9 victims and spiritual care resources. David?
Elizabeth putting names to the 9 service members lost in this horrific crash yesterday morning. It's amazing to think about all the lives that are impacted by the loss of those 9. You know, there were possibly hundreds of people who actually witnessed this C-130 crashing into the median here along Highway 21. Police would like to get a hold of any video, any pictures, any witness testimony of that. Our Meredith Parker has been talking to police and witnesses about just that. She joins us live, not far from where I'm standing.
David, that's right. Officials are saying if you saw something, you can definitely say something. We're going to give you that information on how. For now, reporting live, Meredith Parker, WTOC News.
Meredith, thank you. Any little bit from a witness can certainly help in this investigation. For those of you who are in or who grew up in a military family like myself, this truly is what nightmares are made of. And we'll continue to follow this investigation bit by bit, day by day for you until we've come up with an exact cause of this crash. In the meantime, as we've mentioned before, Highway 21 will be closed indefinitely. However, GDOT has set up a detour, and our Jamie Ertel has more on how to get around this mess.